We say that the Britishers colonized India, made it a slave, whereas in actually India was made a slave by a private company. But the thing is, how can a private company make such a big country its slave? What would have happened at that time that a company made by 125 people with just 70,000 pounds and make a whole country its slave? You can ask the people around you. You will hear different things in bit and spaces, but there are very few people who know the actual story of how India was looted by a private company under a plan. And then the same company was poached by an Indian, Sanjeev Mehta, whether you are in India or outside of India. How were we made slaves? These things comes up in some discussions. That's why this video was made in such a way that whether someone is young or adult, after watching this video once, you can go to any corner of the world and have a reasonable discussion with anyone. So all these things started in the year 1599 when spices were a very high value commodity. This black pepper had such a strong impact that merchants called it black gold. It was compared to gold, and at that time Dutch and more control on the species trade, and even in Britain Dutch used to supply. It was their monopoly. Now in the mid-year 1599, Dutch increased 5 shillings on black papers. Shillings was the currency that time, so Britons get very angry about this kind of manipulation, and after a month, that is on 24th September 1599, 24 rich merchants gathered in the Hall Street of the city of London during the daytime and decided that the Dutch are doing this manipulation, we have to trade on our own. And then they convinced 125 shareholders collect 72,000 pounds and from a company which was called the Governor and Company of Merchants of London, trading into the East Indias. So they make the company, and then they had to take approval from Queen Elizabeth I.